of stars in a warm kind of way. Hopefully a sleepy, warm, relaxing kind of thing. So, last time I made a video, I mentioned that I would be moving soon, and that has happened. So, it wasn't a very distant move, just about 2 miles. But the reason it took so much time and effort is that we did it, me and my family. They helped me out. We did it by ourselves, so we didn't have movers. And so that meant carrying the bed, dresser, and TV stand, and couch, and desk, and all the stuff by ourselves, which ordinarily wouldn't have been very eventful or challenging, but because of COVID, I was not able to tour this apartment before coming in, and so I didn't know what would happen or what kind of space I would have. Also, I moved on the same day as our state prime sun that is safe and protected and private. That's very valuable. I have gone out to the beach, for example, and stayed so far away from people, like at least 100 feet away, and explored the rockier parts of beaches that I hadn't previously explored. I also have gone swimming in, oh wait, I actually filmed the lake with the blueberries. That was an ASMR video. And hiking, and I've had picnics, socially distant as well, but it's nice to be able to go onto the balcony and spend time outside without a mask, and to know that I'm safe. So that's the first thing that I'm enjoying about the apartment. I'm also really liking the fact that it has cross ventilation. My previous apartment didn't have any. It was kind of like, basically there were like two windows, and they both led to an alleyway, which was fine, but when the heat of summer came through, I was always boiling hot. And those same windows were right next to what do you call it? Like an vent, like a vent for a restaurant. I guess wherever their kitchen hood goes, all the heat from the cooking went straight in my windows as well. So it was pretty hot. And because I work remotely, working in the heat, even with the AC on, it was very hot. So I'm really thankful for windows on both sides of the apartment, because it's so much cooler. And once it starts getting colder, I can just shut one. Magic. Let's see, what else am I thankful for? This apartment is in a really nice neighborhood because there's a park next door and a community garden that I'd love to get a plot at when it's springtime next year. But I'm not particularly good at gardening, so we'll see if I get ambitious. Another thing that I'm very thankful for is that I have more space, because it's nice to have a spot that I can permanently set up this ASMR station. I have the microphone on a stand instead of before I had it on a stack of boxes and books. So I have an actual spot for the microphone. And then I have much easier. I can't wait to be able to do these during normal hours instead of like very, very middle of the night hours. Yeah. I think the only thing that I'll have to get used to is the rent, because the rent is so much higher. It is like a third higher, which is a lot, but it'll be okay. It'll be especially worth it because of my ability to have space for my desk so that I can work remote and still have space instead of my desk and my dining room table and my counter space and living space all being the same thing. So, really excited about that. And I'm excited to explore this new neighborhood because it seems very nice, though I haven't had a chance yet to walk around much. I have met a couple neighbors and, well, at least met them at a very large distance. And I have gone on a couple walks to see the area, and I like it a lot. And because the move was only a couple miles, if I miss restaurants and things that I had at my old place, I can just drive to them or walk, I guess, depending on how long of a walk I'm willing to make for snacks, which is usually a long walk. I'm pretty snack motivated. Yeah. In the city that I live in, I think everyone moves on the same day that I move. It's a pretty exciting parade of U-Hauls and people carrying things that they're not very familiar with carrying. You know, people on sidewalks trying to figure out how to fit a dresser into a small car. My car is very small. Well, not very. It's small for an American car. Other countries have cars that are much more reasonable sizes, but for here, it's pretty small. So it was a lot of fun trying to figure out how to fit things into it for the move. And it turns out that the TV fit like just barely with the seat in the back kind of folded over and the trunk open, and we like wedged the TV in. So that was pretty great. You're probably wondering why I used my car when we had a U-Haul. Did I mention that we had a U-Haul? Yes, I did. And that is because we knew we couldn't move everything on this first moving day. Because I had to be on call for the university, because if something went wrong, then it could be very, very bad. So what that meant is I actually moved 3 times, kind of. I moved once into a storage unit, except all of the main large furniture, like the bed and the dresser, etc. And then on the moving day, I moved all of those essential items. And then on I guess since moving, I've been doing trips in the car to the storage unit things that I left there, and I'm almost done. Almost. So there's still a few things in the storage unit that I have to grab, but for now, I have most of the essentials and most of the things that I need to cook and clean. So it's pretty good. Makes me kind of wonder if I need those things that I left in the storage unit. Maybe not. Well, I think it's time for me to wrap up this video. But I wanted to let you know that I am working on something that I think is very exciting. Something that I kind of hinted to in my previous video, or I didn't hint, but the idea is there, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on over the last couple weeks. But it will take me another few weeks to get the project in order, because it's a lot of work, but I think it'll be pretty cool. At least it's something that I've kind of had as a pipe dream, kind of pie in the sky ASMR idea. And we'll see how it goes. For now, thanks for sticking with me through my move, and thank you for all of you who wished me